You guys see all these hearts on my Bitcoin chart here? Yeah, these are all winning trades from a strategy I just backtested. This one's going to be a winner. Hello traders, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jess and this is my financial advisor, Leopold. Today's strategy is super easy. It only has 2 indicators and from what I can see already has a killer win rate. Let's get into it. The primary indicator in today's strategy is the good old Bollinger Bands. So when I was scouring the internet trying to find out ideas on how to trade Bollinger Bands, I surprisingly landed on bollingerbands.com. So here we have the website, bollingerbands.com, and we have this fox here, John Bollinger, who created it. So this website is a good resource because they have over here under Bollinger Bands, the Bollinger Band rules, and it tells you exactly how to trade this according to John Bollinger himself. So if we read down here, we can see number 8. Closes outside the Bollinger Bands are initially continuation signals, not reversal signals. This has been the basis for many successful volatility breakout systems. This is how we're going to trade Bitcoin today. Now the Bollinger Bands are made up of 3 bands, one being the 20-period moving average in the middle, and the upper and lower being 2 standard deviations from the mean. I just imagine the bell curve, turned on its side. You know, the one you may have learned about in statistics class if you were oh so lucky to have that prerequisite in school. It said that 95% of whatever you're measuring falls inside 2 standard deviations from the mean. Well, same applies to the markets. During a ranging market, price doesn't really want to move too far from the mean, the 20-period moving average, so it'll bounce between the upper and lower bands, until of course a breakout happens. Now, how do we trade this indicator? So the 2 indicators that I used here was the regular Bollinger Bands, and these are all default settings with a 20-period moving average in the middle. And then I used the TMA overlay indicator as well, just to use this 200 smooth moving average. So we're only taking longs when price is above the 200 smooth moving average, which is this yellow line, or we're taking shorts when price is below the 200 smooth moving average. So we are trading with the trend. And when we want to enter a trade is after we want to see a squeeze of this Bollinger Band, so we can see price is tightly bouncing in between the 2 bands here, and then we'll get a breakout, which is a close of a candle body above one of the bands, and its price is above the 200 smooth moving average, so I would enter along here, which I've already done, and then I would do the stop loss just below the opposing band, or if that's too much of a range, if it's over 5.5%, then maybe just to a support and resistance line, or maybe just to this 20 moving average line. So basically, you find a range between 2% and 5.5%, and then you do a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, which we normally wouldn't do, but since we are risking such a high percentage each trade, and this is giving us a high win rate, so a 1-to-1 would be profitable in this instance. And here's an example of a profitable short. So price has fallen below the 200 smooth moving average, and there was a little bit of squeezing here, not really as much as I would like, but since there was this big dramatic candle down, I went ahead and took the trade anyways and risked it. That was a winner. I put my stop loss at the 20 moving average this time because that was already almost 5% risk. So that was about right how much I wanted to risk. And these other lines here are support lines and resistance lines. A lot of times I find that price just blew right through a lot of these support and resistance lines with this strategy. But you should always keep them in mind for possible take profit levels. All right, I'm going to continue with the back testing. I already did about half of them. And let's do the remaining half, 100 trades. Come on, look at that. Look at that. Oh, come on, did it hit? Did it hit? Did it? Oh, it's peeking up. It's peeking up just that far. That far. Whew, I'm good. Whew, I'm good. So just a comment here, I didn't take this trade because I was afraid this might be a double top. And looking back in history, where are we? I mean, we're near a support resistance line. I just wanted to wait a little bit. I was like, this might be a double top, and it was. All right, I think I'm gonna take this just because a lot of times price will come down, touch that 200, and it bounce right off. So I'm gonna take it right here and see what happens. I wish I could play the songs that I'm rocking out to right now, but copyright issues. Wow, you guys, that is the importance of a really big stop loss. 3.43 stop loss. Didn't hit right here. Ugh, that was a long wait. Alright, so right here I was real iffy about this going up again because we already were sitting on this support line or resistance line, and then there was a trend line where we also had to break, so I wanted to wait a second, and good thing I waited because it just fell from the sky. Alright, so the bands have been squeezing for a long time. It's sitting right here on the 200 smooth moving average and on this support and resistance line, and it's deciding where it's gonna go. Where is it gonna go? You could enter here. A little risky. Put the stop loss below this and below these candles. 1 to 1. Still just can't decide where it wants to go. Dang. Out. And here are our results. It took about a year to get 100 trades, and with a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, we got a 68% win rate. So for 68 wins, we gained 256.70%, and then we lost 32 times with 101% loss, which equals 155.69% gain on account, and the most losses in the row were only 3. One of the takeaways I got from this strategy is that the initial candle body close outside the band does almost always indicate a continuation of the trend, but there usually is also a retest back to at least the start of that candle, so a large stop loss is required not to get stopped out. Here is also all the rules for this strategy if you want to pause the video and write these down and save them. And of course, thank you so much for watching till the end. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.